What up, what up? It's your boy Woody, and guys, we had a couple Elite Wars today, and we have a couple Elite Wars coming up soon. And one of the Elite Wars, um, they have bad blood from years ago. Years ago. So I can't wait to see that come. I think either next week or the following week. Um, and it is definitely an upcoming nation that we have not been paying attention to in the rankings. Um, there's a couple of them. I know I'm jumping right into it, but I figure why not? So upcoming week we have 785 and 799 coming. These two nations do have, and I will say they do have some bad blood. And let me share a little bit of why, a little bit of past without going into too much detail. So before their mergers, probably before their first merger, actually before what was it, 770, I believe, went into 785. There is some I don't know. There's just some people that didn't follow the plan. So that was years ago. So this is the first time I believe that they are going to be meeting in Elite War. So we are kind of super excited next week, or is it next week, 75, or is it the following week?
I think it's in a week, but
It's the
before then,
following week. So next week we have AOM and 910, and then
Ooh,
the following week would be 799.
nice. That's going to be super super exciting because you guys haven't seen each other since before your merger in Elite War, is it? Have you?
Nope, it's very exciting.
Yeah, yeah, and this is one of those nations I said, watch out, 799 is coming up there. Now, in all respect, they're doing it the right way. They're not gonna be, try to be bullies or whatnot. But there's another nation that I think that no one has noticed. No one has noticed at all. Hold on, hold on. Queen Top says that she's bored. She wants to talk about GC. Um, I don't know too much about GC right now. Me and Cam are not in talking terms. But another nation that's coming up there before 877. I think I've said this like last time I was live. This is a nation that no one's really been paying attention to. But I'm telling you guys, they have been moving up the rankings. They are in the top 20. Um, so I'm very excited to see some of these alliances moving up here because you know what happens is that they're going to continue to push up. I don't necessarily think that they're going to be getting farmed. I don't think that they will. I think the top five are kind of excited to see that people are moving up. I will say I think that there might be one or two, or maybe the top guys might just like do one just to say hello, welcome to the top 10. I mean I think that a lot of these upcoming ones have gotten that little hello kind of deal. So that would be that. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it'd be kind of nice to see what they can do. So what is you guys' thoughts on them with 799 and 877 moving up the rankings?
I
Well,
think
for me, it's exciting.
Isn't it?
That's all I've got to say.
877 is kind of this wild card, like you said, an unknown. We used to fight with them in GC.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they've got some crazy monsters in their cockroach.
Dealer.
That guy will burn his city to the ground to win.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
I remember going against him in Frenzy, probably like a year ago, and he knew that, so they knew 877 was going to win the Frenzy thing. But he knew exactly how to get that tire, the top number one spot, and he did. He would heal, but he would fight. Like when I'm saying like he would fight until he had no more troops and then heal again. So that was kind of interesting that he would do something like that. But I mean, he got the top spot. I mean, you can't hate on that. If you're not going to win, why not try to go for that? You know what I mean? And he did. So like in their nation, they got 1141s and 240s, and you gotta. I think people don't look at the outcome that might be coming up soon. Is like what I look at is like this. You got down to 19, you got all those 39s. So within 3 months, these 39s are going to be 40s. So think about it. The troop type, the T13s, that's going to be insane. That's going to be insane. So they're going to have like 19 T13 cities, and these all come up too. And when these 38s get in there, they're going to probably be putting some axemen in there, and those axemen like to eat, especially when it comes to like a defensive portion of it. But that's going to be interesting to see um, if there is a wall. I mean, look at that, two cities that are just fucking banging. But
Yep.
in the 20s, I mean, so when you hit 20, um, I think I was at 20, right around there is where you're like 2,300. Yeah, 2,300 flat is right around there in stats. That's good. That's real good. That's real good. Oh, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. And then you got 1070 moving up too. We all know who 1070 is. Don't get me wrong, but they're starting to move up the ranking boards. I've seen it. I've seen it. Like they're down in right now. They're in 26th. They were way down here before. Uh, they were down here before by where 1111 is. Not what 2 weeks ago, a week ago, right around there. And look at that. I mean, they're in 26, so they are moving up. That's going to be super. Yeah, Abigail says, "Hey, we're working our way up." So a lot of upcoming nations are coming, guys. Again, and I'm sure uh, there is that wall. There's that wall. It's just trying to get into that top 10. Is I think that what people are trying to do right now. And as you see, there are these nations that used to be like 171 used to be up here, way up there. With all respect, and 113 we used to be way up there, and they're starting to fall off, and people are starting to pick up the pace and earn their spots. It's super exciting. Super exciting.
Yep. It's way sweaty up there. We've been there.
Sweaty is
Way sweaty.
sweaty is the word. That ain't a lie. That ain't a
Sweat.
lie.
Sweaty doesn't even begin to describe it.
Yeah, yeah. I don't see GC once again. I don't see it. Either
Nope.
either two things are happening in my eyes. Either they're pulling the plug on the GC, or they might do it like once a year. That would. I mean, that would be honestly. I think maybe if they did it once a year, it might be better instead of doing it every 3 months. Because in a full
You're
year,
right.
you think about it. In a full year, so many different things can happen in an alliance. You know what I mean? So like you can get a merger, or you can merge your own nation, or you can get that whale, or on the outside or on the other side, you can lose a lot of shit. So I think that's a good idea. If they're going to do it once a year, make it the actual kind of fucking grand finale kind of thing for the year. I think that would be a good idea for them if that's what they plan on doing. If that's what they plan
Yeah,
on
that
doing. Go ahead.
that might be a really good idea to kind of like a year wrap up type of thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, or maybe they're bringing Chaos Land back more and making GC like. I think the once a year thing would be better to do, and like if they do it, maybe they might bring like a championship, like where all the winners face into one big thing. And we all know 255 might win that one when you get all the winners of all the brackets. Um, but I think that'd be well, maybe not. Actually, maybe not. Because you think about it, if you get all the winners, like of all the brackets that join up, I get the whole 250 per, per period. But you're talking about just some monster nations out there that,
Oh yeah.
for say, if 255 shows up all 3 rounds with the 250, which they will, one sits out one of them, and they show up during the middle round. You know what I mean? Like if they show up in the middle round, they're not gonna be. I think that might be. There'd definitely be a good strategy plan on there. And honestly, if that happened, that'd be a good like blue coin kind of bet, or gold kind of bet, but like you'd be able to do it a lot. I think that would be awesome if they had like that final, like the final champions of champions. Um, Again, the T13s are going to take over, but I think that'd be pretty cool. I think that'd be pretty cool. Stop giving Camel ideas, Unknown says. Stop giving him ideas. Stop giving them ideas. Well, I mean, that's the thing. We need to give them ideas. We need to plant seeds in their head, or else we're
We
just gonna.
do, because they're just full of bad ideas right now.
Yeah, yeah.
We can start naming it Wasteland.
Oh my God.
These
Why?
these
Yeah,
auto run things, like, what is it? The arena games. Oh,
yeah.
they're
What? What?
terrible.
Why have? Why have they not pulled the plug on this? Like on
I,
Wasteland,
I don't know. It's terrible. The matchings are terrible. Everything's
dude.
terrible about it.
Everything is terrible. The only good thing that I can say is about it is that the speeds are cheap and the heals are cheap. That's about it. That's it. But I mean, with the matchups, I mean, what happens? You speed to one side, the other people sits in the base. That's it. It's over. Log out. They can literally just speed to the other side and set to where there's even numbers and log out. That's it. You
Yeah.
might out of the entire
Yeah.
all brackets between all nations, you might have maybe one or two actually really good fighting each time it comes out. Other than that, all 500 nations are sitting in the base or sitting at the base.
Yep.
Oh man, it's insane. It's insane. I don't know why they haven't pulled it. I mean, it hasn't just.
I don't know.
It's not just me
Yeah,
that thinks the same. Go ahead.
the thing is, you have no way to stop the event or to end it. Like, at least in Elite Wars, you attack their base, they die, it's over. It's fine. On that other event, we need to wait for 45 minutes, for God's sake.
Well, yeah, dude. Literally, I will just we'll
Because
just
you
speed.
can't kill them, you can't attack their base, you can't kill them.
Yeah,
As long as you take over those last 3 positions in front of their base, it's done.
I feel that if we get to
It's just a waste of time.
yeah, if we get to the other side and they can't get out, I feel like the enemy should be at least able to have like the red flag, like okay, I give up, you got it, kind of deal. So we're not wasting our time, they're not wasting their time. Like there's nothing more demeaning to being locked in to your city or into that thing and have to wait the full 45. There's nothing more demeaning. And on the other side, there's nothing more boring than having to speed to the other side and lock them in. I mean, did you really? People don't understand that when you go to the other side and you're winning, we're not happy. We're not happy that it's like that. I mean, we're trying to get those points, to score the points in it. But no one gets it. No one fucking gets it. Not even a top player, unless they fucking just start porting around left and right or freaking doing those buffs for no reason. No one gets max points. So yeah, they should be pulling the plug like a year ago. A year ago. I will say I do enjoy we call this the burger game. I know it's not, but I really enjoy doing this one. Who else likes this game?
So it's fun, but the rewards suck.
Well, I mean,
There's like no real point to it. It's just like something to consume time.
yeah,
But yeah, it is fun.
you sit on the toilet and you sit there for an extra 20 minutes, doing that. That's what it is. It's a toilet game.
It gives you stuff for your titans, right?
I don't even know. And
Does it-
even if it did, it's not going to be enough to do anything to the Titans. Like, it's not even a
So
hawk.
small.
It's not even a fucking hawk shoe for your fucking Titans.
Not at your levels, but for smaller players,
Even for smaller players, it's not that good. So
Get back
Yep.
back out and look at the rewards real quick.
yeah, let's look at the rewards. Leave. Fuck, where are they?
at that box over there,
Yeah, 2 heals. Hold
that's nothing.
on. Same.
Junk, trash.
Oh,
Junk.
this is probably the only good
Okay.
thing if you ain't got like
Yeah, but-
if you ain't got the 2 whores done yet. This is decent, but I mean it's 30. Like
Yeah.
the one badge is. I guess that would be okay.
No, I was mistaken.
You get the one the plane thing.
So that 10 warplane
I
alloy.
take back what I said.
You take back what you said.
I do.
I do. It's with garbage, basically. Is what it
Well,
is.
when you're wrong, right?
Yeah, I mean,
So-
when Camel's wrong, they're not wrong. At least they won't admit it. Oh man, yeah, this is garbage rewards. But I mean, we all enjoy this game.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mahjong is fun.
It's like, and I hate to say it, but it's like the gayest game, but we enjoy it. Am I wrong?
Yeah, it's fun.
It's like it reminds me of like flip the card, fucking trying to find the match when I was a kid.
No, there's a Asian game called Mahjong, which is basically this.
Yeah.
I used to play it on PC for hours and hours and hours and hours.
Yeah, Unknown Phil says, Mahjong, you're right. Yeah. The game is addicting, but that's like, I feel that people be playing this game and like miss that it's fucking Elite War because there's no like, when you're in it, you can't see anything. There's no communication. There's no, alliance chat or anything like that. You just get into it.
Yeah.
Get into it kind of stuff.
But it's not correct, by the way.
What's not correct?
The game,
Explain.
not as Mahjong, because you have for every level you have a fixed number of pairs. In this case, of 3 pieces.
Okay.
So, for example, you have 2 sets of the 3 red hats.
Yeah.
So a total of 6 hats in total, right?
Yeah.
I counted the pieces and they don't match.
They don't match.
No, because if you have 2 sets of 3 hats, you need to have 2 sets of 3 skates, and all the other different pieces need to be equal number.
Well, if you didn't have an equal number, you'd run out. Like you'd always have one in the end, and you'd never be able to finish.
No, you can have 4 sets of the red hats and just 2 of the Coca-Cola thing.
But then you ain't ever gonna have 3, and you'll never be able to finish it.
No, if you have 2 sets, you have 6. So you can always finish it.
All right, that blows my mind.
Like, the numbers are not even. That's what I meant.
Oh, you're talking about like 2 sets of different things, like, or 3 sets of everything. But yeah, they're not all, like sometimes they'll have more Coke cans, than they'll have
Correct.
freaking burgers. Yeah. You're right.
But
in
in Mahjong, the number of sets per tile are even.
are
Are
okay.
always the same. So if you have 5 tiles of one kind, you have 5 tiles of every other kind.
I see what you mean. Yeah, I see what you mean. Well, I don't know. I like the game.
You're a former TikTok guy. When you see a hot dog, do you yell glizzy?
No. I was watching this one TikTok about a year ago, and actually made a TikTok about it, where some dude comes up with fucking all these like metal everywhere in his fucking on his face. You know, it completely looks disgusting. He pulls out a fucking foot long fucking hot dog, maybe even longer, off out of his fucking throat. Like, like what?
That's wrong.
Hey, and he goes, "Hey, good morning, guys." No, you don't get the right to fucking say good morning, guys. Like, you just pulled a 12-inch fucking hot dog sausage out of your fucking throat. Like, he was touching your fucking your stomach. Like, shut up. Yeah. Like
that is wrong.
Dude, it was more, I felt offended watching it. Like, it was disgusting. It was disgusting. Okay, so this is Tile Master. Okay. So this is kind of the same thing, but with different, different thing, yeah. Gotcha. So anyone I know okay, you know what? I didn't even get to really see the Elite Wars from today from us. I do want to watch it. So let's see, battle reports and video replay.
Ours was over in like 3 minutes, to the point that people were coming in and saying, "Oh, I missed it. It's already gone."
Well, I mean 75 a lot of them sped, and a lot of them walking. So I mean they still did show up. They still showed up. And Holbrook's right there at 8. He's waiting for everyone to get into 4, and then he's going to speed in. Watch. Yep, there it is. He's locking
At
them
this
in.
point,
Yeah.
I was closing the game and reopening it.
Yeah, they need to fix something. Like right now, Elite War is their hottest event. They should be at least trying to focus on their hottest event being able to do something.
Everyone
Yeah.
should be emailing Camel about it, whether
Yeah.
you have a VIP or not.
Well, I mean, Holbrook's still in here, so and I know Holbrook's strong, but it can work if they held Holbrook up. Did you get kicked out yet? If they held Holbrook up, that means these guys can take. If they don't, if everyone else doesn't cut them off, they could take the middle or take the actual city. Is that battle's still going on? Wow, it's a long ass battle. Oh, but they're there. Yeah.
From mental, do you have anyone in your nation that is capable of stopping Holbrook?
Oh yeah. You got mental. You have
No, alone. I mean alone.
alone stopping Holbrook.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Omic.
Omik, Qatar, um, J-Ram.
J-Ram.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a couple of them.
Planet.
Lana, yeah.
Well, Lana is the J-Ram city, so they just
Oh,
share.
sorry.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that's there's a couple of them. There's a couple of them. I don't think that we have them in challenge again. Yeah, we don't got anyone. But I mean, you know what? I'm gonna give credit to 75. They actually showed up. So, they showed up, and they got 9-10 next week, and they got. Is it next week or the following week that they have freaking seven? Are they got? Do they got a double decker next week? What, 9-10 and
We have next week we have 8-9-5 and then 9-10.
and the same
And
day?
then the following week, yeah,
Okay, so
2 hours apart.
So in 2 weeks,
You
you
had
guys.
693 today too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you guys beat them?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, they're being farmed right now. Like they're being farmed so bad right now. Like let's go into rankings, and I'll show you what I mean. Like they're don't get me wrong, they're holding on for a little bit, but I mean they're already at 15th place. So I mean they're literally right by 113, and 113 will show up with 80, 90 people. Yeah, these guys will be going to be getting pushed out real soon. And the question is when. Wait! Before I even say that, things must have changed because now you're seeing top 10 going beyond 20. I thought 20 was the line, the wall where we couldn't challenge down beyond. Did they lift that? Anyone know if they lifted that? Because I'm seeing there's some nations in the top 10 that are challenging like 23, 30, stuff like that. Like I thought that wasn't.
You mean us? Yes, today with the number 39.
Yeah, did they challenge you or did you guys challenge them?
Apparently, we checked. We challenged them.
How the
I don't
hell?
know how it's possible. I have no idea.
Yeah, these 772. Yeah, that because that used to not be allowed at all. Like you can click on it, it wasn't allowed. So that makes me wonder if
Last
they lifted
last
it.
live we talked about it, and yeah, I don't know either how we were able to challenge someone that far down unless they change the bracket.
Well, I mean, it's not really bracket; it's more the rules. Let's see. Do we even have a fucking? We do. Okay, rules. One attack, but I don't think it says anything in it about the top people. Rookie Legion. Those are point system. This isn't bad. This isn't a bad thing, or it is. It could be a bad thing because you think about this. If you're only able to challenge the top 20, you're limited to what you can challenge. Period. Um, so that means that they don't got to continuously challenge these people trying to move up. They can just reach down. But how far can they go down? And on top of that, it does kind of suck for the people that are down here
It's
trying to.
39.
Man, maybe it's a
At
top.
least 39. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been able to do what we just did.
Fucking Holbrook. Fucking Holbrook. Oh my god. Oh, we needed that. We needed that. Everything reminds me of her. Oh god. Oh man, that's bad, but it's awesome. Oh man. So I mean, there has to be a limit. Can someone in the top 5 try to go and challenge? I don't know. Start at 100. Um, God, it's start at 100, and then like if they can't let you do that, then go to 90, and then go to 80, and see where that actual the bar is, because I think that would be real interesting instead of the top people always fighting each other. Or once you get to the top 10, you're like, well, fuck, now it's a possibility that we can get farmed. That will give a bigger option for those top
Farming.
players. Yeah, for the top players to be actually farming some of these other people and let some of the serious nations move up forward, move ahead. Because I would like to see 11-11 move up there, but I know that they need a merge. They need a merge. But I would like to see them move up. I'd like
I
to.
wouldn't.
You wouldn't. I'd like to see 1070 move
No.
up. 858. Well, once 858 gets their merger, I'd like to see them move up too. And man, I tell you what, when 858
Well,
gets their merger, you guys need to watch out. Everyone needs to watch out because they already got 1141s and 858, and if they get a merger, just imagine adding 5 or 6 more to it. You know what I mean? It's gonna be fucking crazy.
you imagine having like the the current top 5 plus 785, 1070, 1111, 910, all in the same group.
We mean like same group.
They're at the top
Oh, in the top
all
10.
together.
Okay. So you're talking about 621, 255, 425, 566, 567.
Yeah, keep
Sep-
the first 6. And now let's say 910 goes up, and then you add 1111
well,
and 1070, for example.
so here's the nations I see eventually being pushed out, and I'm gonna give it to 219 because they're still holding fifth place. Although all these other nations, including 567, they have been farming 219, but they're still holding fifth place. Like that's impressive. Like 621, I've watched them do it. I've watched 255 do it. I've watched 425. I know we've done it. And they're still holding fifth place. You got to give them credit for that. Like they're getting like bent over left and right, but then they're still holding on. I give them much credit for that. So, but eventually, I do believe that they're going to continue to fall down slowly, but they're holding on. Um, but I believe where we're at, like 785, 711, 910, 799, 877, they're going to move up. And when you see some of these, And like I said, 219, I think they're going to eventually fall down. But 30 is going to fall down. 171 is going to fall down. 286, sorry, Wow Baby Gang, but you're going to fall down too. A lot of these
But
things, a lot of these,
there's always a cap, right? There's
the wall.
only so much you can do for a long period of time. Like the nation that is now in first probably won't be in first forever,
Well, I mean, these two are
right? At
six
some
two.
point,
At some
they will
point,
start falling down.
yeah, and that, I mean, that happens. That happens. 219 sat up on first place for
For
fuck
multiple reasons,
for
and
like
I'm not trying
3.
to talk shit about any of those nations, but
Right.
it happens.
Yeah.
So that gives the space for the ones that are lower to get up, like us, for example. We got to third place. If we can maintain it till the end of the season, it will be a
I mean,
good accomplishment,
yeah,
in my view.
that's definitely a good accomplishment. Definitely a good accomplishment. And like I said,
But the same way we have those aspirations, let's say, other nations like 910 and you guys and so forth, you guys want to go up to the top. So if you take these nations that are not easy to fight with, but you still add 1111 and other nations like that into the mix, the bags will drain so fast that it will be very, very complicated for either nation to
I agree.
maintain the first position for very long.
I agree 100% with that. 100% agree with that. 100%.
It will be fun, though. Don't take me wrong. It will be fun, but it will also be
Well,
expensive because you'll have a giant nation challenging you every single week.
well, so
And I
you
don't mean always the same,
right.
but
When
the result will be.
well, here's the thing. You got to figure when I want to say for like the past 2 months we've been having all the top people fighting each other. That doesn't happen often, okay? So keep this in mind that when mega whales fight other mega whale alliances, if it doesn't last, if it's not over within 5 minutes, it's going at full 45, and that's super super expensive. So if it does go at full 45, bags are drained. Like they are drained. So they will
Yeah,
test.
now imagine you have this every single week for 6 months in a row.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, they're not gonna these
And
top people.
sometimes multiple times a day. Like
But they're not going.
there are some Sundays we have multiple elite
Right,
wars.
but Hulkage, they're not going to fight each other every single week, is what I'm saying. If they did that, here's the thing. Yeah, you'll have the whales that's going to be able to do it, and keep up to it. But the lower end, the 75 to 80% of the people inside the alliance, the low end, they're not going to be able to keep up to that. And that goes for
Yes, I
every
know.
single one of the alliances. So like, I think probably like every 2 or 3 months we'll see that rush that where the top people start seeing each other again. Because their bags are starting to build up.
It's a shame. I don't think he's here at the moment, but that's what some people get wrong about Lead God, for example. He's not afraid to fight. If everyone could handle it, you would fight 255 every single week. No problem
Oh, absolutely.
whatsoever. Right? He's more worried exactly with that part you just mentioned. It's not just him or the top end, it's the rest of the team.
Yeah, yeah. The rest of the team.
That's why for sometimes people say, "Oh, why don't you challenge 255?" And it's like, why?
My answer for that is why don't you fight 255? Why don't you fight 255? You want to see us do it so much and blow our bags? Here, blow your bag first. Blow your load first, and then we'll blow ours.
We will next week.
Oh,
we
you got.
had it last week, and we're gonna have it next week again.
Oh, so
Like
you guys are
every
fighting.
2 weeks, more or less, we're facing 255. It's fine, but if it was every single week, most people, even in 4-5. Most people from the middle down wouldn't be able to do it.
No, and you're absolutely right. And a lot of people have to realize this as well. So when people don't show up for, say, like Elite War, Polar, so on and so forth, it's not that they don't want to show up. They just don't have the resources to show up. So do you show up at Slow Walk, or you say, fuck it, don't even log in and wait till it's over? You know what I mean? And I hate to say it like that, but it's true. People don't show up because they just don't have the speeds, they don't have the heals, and they don't want to feel obligated to use every single last bit of gold that they have on, like, we'll say Polar. And then you got Elite War the very next, 2 days from now. I mean, no one's going to drop 5 grand to get up there again. So, like, people have to pick and choose. We do have someone from the YouTube chat. What is it? Myrna asked me if I know Caffeine Queen. Yeah, I know Caffeine Queen. But sorry, it took me a second to actually see that. Sorry, but
Yeah, the same way like 255 has fights with us every like 2 weeks or so, sometimes 3.
mhm.
So the same will happen, or probably will happen here. And I'm not saying is the same nation going after you. Is like, let's say, if you have one different nation scheduling an elite war with you, and you just take the 6 or 7 first in that list, you have one of those every single week for 6 weeks straight. That will drain the bags of most nations, most teams in nations. Not the whales, but the
Yeah,
rest of the
yeah,
teams.
the lower people, 100% they'll drain the bags, 100%, 100%. Especially if it lasts the full 45. If it's like a 5 minute battle where you just race to the other side, I mean, I guess technically that's not really a challenge, but the challenge is being able to click that 50 as fast as you can, and whoever clicks it faster wins. But I am gonna.
Like even with the 39 place, we weren't able to do it like on the first run. Yes, we sped to their base, but the first attack didn't go through.
Against 772?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, we are checking
It
out
took us,
77.
it took us like 3 minutes or so.
We didn't.
The first time we attacked their base, we didn't win.
All right, we're checking out 772.
The second one went through.
Well, yeah.
The first one didn't.
I always say
Right? But
I
like
always.
it's gonna be very, very rare, unless we mess up, which also happened before. But unless we mess up, it will be very, very difficult for a fight between any of those top nations to be like very, very quick. Like you speed until the other end and you're done.
Yeah. Yeah, I know this nation. I know RMZ very well. Nori, the Order. Yeah, I mean they're strong, but they still got some time. They got some time. All these lower people, they need to. Yeah, they got
But
some.
look, I'm not trying to say anything bad about them. On the contrary, at least they came out and fought.
Yeah,
It wasn't boring. It was fine.
yeah,
I rather have an Elite Wars like this, or even lose, but people come out. Both sides show up, and we have a fight. Than not facing any resistance, for example.
So we have unknown Phil. He's in 621 now. He says 772 is his old nation. They are a growing nation, not close to the top tier nation yet, but they are trying. And that right there. What you just said,
Yes.
Phil. That's exactly what we're saying. Like these upcoming nations, it's just gonna take some time. Um, when I'm gonna throw 858 underneath the bus for this. Sorry, but like when you push to the top in those rankings and you hit that wall, like you gotta understand that when you hit that wall, damn it, not that one. Once you get there, now you gotta take a lot of losses to get back down. To get the fuck away from there, because when you hit that wall, I mean, they 858 spent a lot of money getting up to that ranking, and they're very proud of themselves, and as they should be. But once you're up there, that there's a lot of piranhas up there, and it gets real expensive, real expensive. So like,
The upper you go, the harder it gets.
yeah, where is 858 now in the rankings? Right,
22.
22. Yeah, you guys are right where you should be. If not, like
Yep.
you guys might even be a little higher than where you're right where you should be until you get your merger. Once you guys get your merger, I can see you probably going up to top 10.
Possibly. It's just it's very expensive up there. I think the highest we ever made was like 14th or 15th,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just you burn out your free to play players and your low to spend players. It's just very difficult to maintain.
Yep. That's exactly what I was saying.
Let me ask you.
Or trying to.
Well, let me ask you a question. When you hit the wall, do you
Mhm.
know? Do you know you hit the wall?
Oh yeah, we knew it. we hit that wall. Oh, we knew it. We're like, okay, that's as far as we're going.
Have you got the sneak attack from 286 yet?
No sneak attack. No, they did. We did. I think we challenged them once, or they challenged us. I can't remember, but they beat us pretty quickly.
Really?
Yep.
I mean, they still do show up 85, 90 people. So I mean, you can't say there's nothing wrong. Anyone
Yeah.
can say against them. But we do know that if you challenge them, you might wake
Yeah.
up. You might go to bed and wake up and find out you lost one that you didn't even know you had.
Exactly. And
But it
I
hurts
think
a little bit more if you get into a fight with one of those nations and you face a wall in Elite Wars, for
Mhm.
example, where you can't use items and stuff like that. But it's like if there's 80 people or 90 people on the other hand and you have 30, you're like, yeah, people didn't show up, yeah, we lost, it's one thing. Now the first real sensation I had similar to this was fighting 255, and we showed up 95 of us.
Yeah, they're fucking monsters.
They were like 80 or 70, 78, something along those lines. We had LG, we had Mental, we couldn't get past them.
Yeah, yeah. It's like
We were all locked in a battle and we still lost
yeah,
consistently. That's the freaking wall.
that's the wall. That's the wall. I think the worst is the most when you're there and the enemy slow walks you, it just pushes
Yep.
you back and locks you in. I think that's like the wow. This sucks. This sucks.
yeah, one thing we used to do kind of, I guess it was, I don't know if it's mean or whatever, but we used to do this. We get them in their base and then we just sit there. We called it Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. It was
Yeah.
the wizard. You shall not pass.
You shall not pass. Yeah, dude, I love that part.
Yeah, yeah. So we'd sit there right outside their base and just sit there and just let them keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. But we can't do that with not this high up. There's no way.
No, you
You
can't
got to
do.
get it over quick.
Yeah, it's either so you figure you either beat them in 5 minutes or it's going to full 45. Like those are like pretty much the two. I mean, you might get like 10 minutes in, but for the most part, it's either 5 minutes or 45 minutes, and you pray for the 5 minutes. On both sides, win or lose, you pray for only 5 minutes, but um, that's usually how it is in top. Either 5 or 45. That's how it's gonna go.
Yeah, the last 45 we had was against 785, and that was the most brutal 45 minutes I've had in a long, long time. It was just non-stop fighting.
How long ago was
And
that?
February, March, somewhere around there.
Oh, so a few months ago. Okay, so you guys are about
Yeah.
you guys are about up at that time. 75 of challenge you again.
We're gonna tap out on that.
We're gonna tap out. No, so sometimes it's better for, say, if you know you're outmatched, to just sit in the base.
Yep.
Like
We've done that.
just sit there.
We've done that.
But I will say, like, if you are gonna just sit in the base right before they get in there, try to sneak out, try to get that win, sneak a win. I've used to do that when I was in 736, when I know there's a good possibility that there was just no chance. I would try to sneak out and get into their base to burn it, and it has worked one time, to where I snuck out and I was able to burn them before they burnt us, and we won. Like, imagine,
Wow.
like the fucking hip hip hooray on my side. The excitement was was like, oh my god, we just won something we shouldn't have won. And just imagine what the other side feels like. Did that just really happen?
Yep.
And then of course we
Oh.
got we got challenged immediately afterwards. Of course,
Yep.
no one wants to lose like that.
So the first time we fought 7-Eleven, they beat us in like a minute. It was just humiliating. And they challenged us again. So we're like, okay, we got to try something different. So we all like we left the base slow, and as soon as they came out of the base, we all sped. I actually got into their base twice. And Cowboy was saying AOD was screaming base, 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 but I was no match for who was in that base.
Right.
I'm just a little, but at least I had him panicked for a second, and it went longer than a minute, so that was good.
Yeah, I mean those are definitely ones that you they last longer than a minute. Those are definitely fun. I had a matter of fact. Let me go and see if I have it in here again. Uh, Jim right here. So he was telling me in his nation. Sorry, Jim, I'm throwing you out there on the bus, but his nation, they're arguing over stupid shit, like unworldlies. They're like, they think that, not Jim. Jim is actually told him, no, you're doing it wrong. And there's this guy, the Dominator, says that, he's using my name in there. So what he did this, what he did that, and the guides that I've had out there, listen, it's best to listen to these lives, because you got multiple whales in here that are really good at building, that to listen to. And you got to also remember the guides and stuff like that that are out there. That are, how long ago were they put out there? So, remember back in the days where I had a officer guide. That was back when, fuck, like 5 years ago. The game has changed. Whenever there's a freaking new officer that comes out, or a new this or new that comes out, a lot of these guides changed, where some of the people have to switch some of their stats to make up for what just came out. So, like, it's an ongoing switch. Now, the basics, I guess I'll just show it out. Show it. The basics of the officers, like, down here, should never change. They should always stay the same. If you're mid range, you have your mid range attack, your expert, and always melee HP. I mean, unless you're a mega whale and you're trying to figure out a counter to some other kind of build, every single one of them should be just like that. Just like that. They should all read the same.
Yep.
Don't try to switch this out with melee attack. I mean, we tested it out, and just keep them all the same like that. And then when you do your unworldlies, you want to kind of have the same basis of those, and then but you want to, like, if there's like a reduced damage taken from long range, or reduced damage taken from mid range, definitely jump on them. Definitely jump on them. Like, reduced damage taken from mid range. Jump on that. That's important to have. You know what I mean? It's very important to have, because those reduced damages, they're not just 15% off of their attack. That when you see that damage, That damage word, damage, that is a multiplier skill, meaning 15% of their troops, all troops, not
Yep.
just a little, all of the like all mid range. And if you're a mid
Show a
ranger,
report, Woody.
oh man,
Pop up a report and show the damage reduction and damage increase.
I guess I got to find a good one then, right?
A lot of people ignore those.
I don't want
The other
to.
thing that people ignore too is the all block.
Yeah, all block is actually really good. People ignore
It's
that.
really good.
I want to find one that's not so much a. I want to show a good one. Um,
Hmm.
I know I have
You
some
can
good
go
ones.
into you can go into the uranium mines and look at one of those.
I see. I don't ever trust it. It's not that I don't trust them. I just they're not real stats. You know what I mean? Because you
You're
have
right.
you
You're right.
the panda's not there, and depending on what you put on your panda, it can be different. So we'll check this one out right here. Um, yeah. So these right here, increased damage to long range troops. That's a multiplier, and then you got the reduced damage taken from long range, 125%, 0.5%.
Yep.
Of the enemy's long range cannot touch you. Now, if they had like 130.5%, then 5% of their long range is going to be able to reach out and touch you in inappropriate ways. That's the counter to increased damage where you got the reduced damage. Those are two counters for each other.
Yep.
Yeah, so reduced damage taken from melee. I mean, he's at 95.5. I actually personally think that's actually a good idea to do. Um, Especially with those antiques that came out, it's really good to do. I think. I don't
Yep.
think I don't.
Those six right there are really important.
Very important. I mean, don't get me wrong; these are important too to have your stats here, pretty high. But these are extremely important. Extremely important. And honestly, what else? Here we go. Enemy mid-range attack reduction. Look at this, 866.
Yep.
Holy shit! Can you imagine if you're like fucking like 2,000 or you're at 1,000 and you get hit by something like that and now you drop down to 200
Yep.
because you don't have. Look at this one, 988 for long range reduction. Oh my god! Like,
Insane.
yeah, that's fucking crazy. It's crazy. Those are important stats to have too, guys. Like they're very important
Yeah. So
stats.
so so something like that. You've got that, and say you're like 2,000 flat long range. Now that guy just knocked your stats in half,
If not more. If not more. Look at
if
that.
not more.
Look at Mick. Mick is at 3,062 melee HP. Holy shit.
Yep.
Holy shit. So that means if someone decided to switch out like a stat with like fuck, what does they call that thing? To where it's, oh man, I forget the name of it. But if they switch out, there's a stat out there to where it only works when you attack cities. If you switched out that that stat and put it in there, that can be an additional fucking 50%
Yep.
melee, HP and attack. What is that?
The
That's
siege one?
siege, yeah. But it's only city
Uh,
attacks. It's only
yeah, it's only city tax, and I think it's only in your nation.
no. It's cross nation and in nation.
Is it? Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Yes. If you read it, literally says city attack. So it doesn't matter what.
That's on Panda.
No, I'm talking about for the unworldlies, bro.
Oh, you're
This,
talking the
yeah,
unworldly.
yeah. If you
It's
go
the
into
siege attack.
if you do panda
And
here,
then
like,
ju-
siege attack right here. If they
okay.
had, so yeah, the siege attack would be only for um, cities itself, or if you do siege HP, it would have to be siege HP to get over to 3,000. Which I don't think that would actually be worth it. Sure, in the beginning of the game where you're like if you're a whale, and you're trying to just solo out everyone in like void or in nation kind of fucking Civil War, yeah, sure, that's fine. But when people start catching up, you need to get rid of that. You know, at that point, you need to start being a team player. I was watching.
Kitten,
Go ahead.
Kitten is sharing the secrets.
Hold on.
It's
Where's he
just
sharing
there.
it?
It's just there.
Oh,
I mean, it's not a secret, but all right. Misfire resistance. When troops are under control of misfire, they have a chance to be immune from the misfire effect. Increase misfire resistance to improve the chance of troops' immunity from misfiring. These are the counters for each other. Those
remember
are
we were talking to Abigail about this the other day, and she had to leave.
yeah. This is the counter for each other.
Yep.
Misfire resistance and increased misfire resistance. Like one counters the other. Oh, too big. Disruptor resistance. When troops are under
Yep.
control of the disruptor, they have a chance to be immune from the disruptor effect. Increased disruptor resistance to improve your chance of troops' immunity from the disruptor. They're counters for each other.
Yes.
Disruptor is huge, guys. I know people look at things, oh, if I'm not getting no stats out of it, but these are big. These are huge. If you put it this way, if you get hit and you don't got any kind of like counter for a disruptor, that thing's gonna continue to hit you over and over and over and over again, and eventually you're not gonna be able to do anything. Like it's huge. Block effect have a chance to trigger blocks when troops are attacked, reducing damage taken by 50%. Increase block stats. The boosts have a chance of troops triggering block. I mean those are huge stats. But let me say this: if you're not a big person, I think focusing on the the regular stats, the main stats, should be your focus. You shouldn't be trying to get any of those other tricked, like let me check and see what his unworldlies is.
But you can get some of those pretty cheaply, pretty easily.
Yeah,
Woody.
but right, but you don't want
Re-
to you don't want to focus on like some of these things right
No.
here and not even touch your warfare. Like these should be the first things that you're trying to max out are these. Like these are your
Yep.
this is your main power is your warfare, and then stuff like the drill masters or like the extra little tweaks and stuff like that. But until your warfare like maxed out or this should be your main focus are these in my opinion. And if you don't have your officers on any of these at 55 yet, you need to push them to 55 because let's say if you're at like we'll just say 30. If you're at 30, well, the more that you level these up, the more some of these numbers in the unworldlies get bigger, or the more the stats, not the unworldlies, in these they get bigger.
Yep.
So leveling these up to 55 is very, very important to do that. So imagine one being at 30, they might, instead of them being at 25 and 51, they might only be at like the mid HP might only be like 35, and this might only be like 10. You know what I mean? So like these are very important to do. My suggestion is if a new officer comes out, just push to level 55. Just get the level up and then start worrying about this stuff. That's my opinion on that. Because if you don't, then a new officer comes after that, and there's still your old one's still at like level 30, and then you got a whole bunch of shit to catch up on. Just push to level 30, level 55 is what I would do. Some good stats there. Waiting for that 1,000. Waiting for that 1,000. Yes. Do you guys hold on? Let me read some of this chat. I follow
I was
behind.
looking at your offices and I was like, okay, I'm not that drunk just yet, but you have an officer I don't have. It's not.
Wait, what?
You just have a skin and I don't. And I was looking
Oh.
at the skin of the officer with the skin and I was like, what the heck is that one? Is that the new one? I was confusing Alexandria's skin with this one.
Oh yeah, this one. She's Camel needs to stop with the fucking. I mean, I think when we're looking at this, we get so distracted by this one that we don't even look at the actual. He says spinning around. Oh,
Uh, yeah, just don't blame the animation.
I mean, no, keep the animation there. I'm not gonna blame that. No, fuck, keep it up. Keep it up, Camel.
No, I mean if you get hit.
Oh my god, fucking Camel did it. Can you imagine?
It's
So
same
all the
way as someone blamed Discord.
man, the freaking animations are fucking crazy. They're fucking crazy. So what? I think Holbrook, you're in here, right? Yeah, you're in here. Let's talk about what you were. We were talking about this last time about the polar lineup and how to, if he's able to talk. There's a thing that where he was explaining for the ranking wise how the points work and how you can. I don't know if he wants to say how you can manipulate or test out and see if you're up here to drop down to be actual fight these guys. I don't know if he wants to reveal that or anything or not. Probably not. No, he probably doesn't want to. Maybe I shouldn't even brought it up. But is everyone in agreement that some of these guys should not be here? Like the thousands?
100%.
Like how
Some of those
the heck?
nations I've never even fought, and some of these nations
1296.
I've fought 1,000 times.
yeah, that's I feel that like 1313. What are they even doing up in the top 20? I think I said that last time. Like why?
Because of the times.
It's not the times, it's the bracket. It's they're weak.
Well, it's the bracket plus it's also the times. It's the teams that are towards the top. They're playing in the I'm pretty sure they're playing in the third time bracket because let me see the top. So
Hold on
yeah,
before
we've seen a bunch of them in the third time slot.
real quick, Brandon says, "What up, Woody? Give me a shout out. I'm in Nation 1311 coming up." Denny says 425 needs to be up there, and he also and 799 also needs to be up there. Well, that's the problem is that they're not going to be able to get up there if all these guys that really never face anyone hard, um, they're not gonna rise up there. They're not. These guys are. I feel that, and correct me if I'm wrong, these 1100s and 1200s and 1300s, they're not. They're what are they fighting 35s, 37s, 38s with not even a single 40 or 41, something like that. Oh,
Yeah, the
they're
brackets are messed up. The brackets are way messed up.
well. So I think the only reason why Camel does it like that is that they want to encourage some of these players to keep wanting to play. You know what I mean? Versus all the top nations in the game itself. Well, now they got to start at the very bottom, like 2,000th place, and stick. They won't. They'll never get past fucking like 1,000 because there's just too many nations that are stronger than them. Kind of like how I feel that it should be set up like how Elite War is when it comes to like the ranking system, but it's not. But it's not.
First place is pretty accurate.
Yeah, first place is accurate. We are there. 799 is in third place. But I feel that 425 should be up there. Freaking a lot of other those nations should be up there. 910. Well, 910 is up there, so I can't really say that. They are up there. I'm trying to read.
But they should be higher than 8.
They should be way higher than fucking 1295. Like, who ever heard of this cat? Sorry, kitten.
Like, where is 785?
Oh man,
They should be up there.
They
Yeah,
should.
they're not.
They should.
Right
but they're
there, you
not.
just
I'm
pass
not-
them. You pass them, go up. Up.
Yeah, right
up.
there,
They're
18th place. So I mean, I guess they are there, but
But like, look at 621 now. They're 24th. I know they don't prioritize it, but they're always playing pretty hard whenever we play them.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
Why are they 24th?
yeah, that's true. Or 12-17. Like they have Jay and Silent Bob there, and another person. That's about it. Everyone else don't take offense to that 12-17 because you guys are still relatively new. But they only got like two whales up there. Everyone, and then it jumps down to like 37, 36, 35. There's no reason why they should be where they are.
Where's it? Where's 11-11?
Oh
I'm
man.
sure they win most of their polars.
Well,
I'm guessing.
for a while they were not because they were in our bracket and they did give it a fight, but
They choose not to play. They're trying for a merge right now, so
Yeah.
they're kind of laying low.
yeah,
But if
Yeah,
you
we
also look
up
at the
in the 30,
difference,
bro. We in
There he
the
the
is.
30s.
difference in points from like the top spot to top 20, it's 5 points.
yeah,
So it's not a huge difference in the rankings for points.
yeah. There you are in
There he
80,
is.
82nd.
Oh, is that? Oh, we're talking about polar. I thought y'all were EW.
Talking about Polar.
No polar.
Yeah, nah. I mean, we'll play polar, but we're cooling on it.
Once you get your holy cow, your background music's loud. Once you get your
Hey,
merge,
turn that down, man. Nah, my bad. I'm out traveling right now.
that's okay.
So
That's okay. But no, once you get you guys' merger, we're expecting to see you guys in Elite War, expecting to see you guys in Polar, so on and so forth. So let me ask you, if you guys get your merger, are you staying in 11-11, or would you, per se, if you got a
bro,
merge?
that's not even a question, bro. Come on, man. We're keeping 11-11, man. We're fighting for it if they don't agree.
What if you get like merged with like 255? You think 255 is going to come up to you?
Oh, I'm sure they're tired of being down there.
Yeah,
I'm
they
sure
are.
Are you trying to close out? Are you trying to close out the game?
Well, I mean, there's some nations out there that, I mean, they are already. Or what if they get like 9-10? Or better
No,
yet.
but you take the top one of the toppest nations, like 255, and you put it together with 11-11. The game is over for all the other nations. It's done.
They're the end
And
game.
that's it.
255 is already the end boss kind of stuff. But yeah,
Yeah, now you put 11-11 together with them, and yeah, game is over.
I think if you put 11-11 with 1070, that would be the upcoming nation. I think they'd be able to give 255
I mean, respects to 1070, but we're keeping 11-11. Like, and that's not even a question.
Well, I'm sure you guys will fight it out, but like fight out which nation. But you'd be happy to go either way. Oh, here
I
comes
mean, we
Here comes
want a
Abigail.
merger.
Here comes Abigail.
We want a merger. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
once we get that merger, man, it's up. We're showing out where we can, and we're gonna make it interesting for everybody. Respectfully, though,
Yeah, yeah.
Because we stay out of the bullshit, man. We don't care about the drama. We don't care about the beef people have with one another. We don't, bro. We stay in the shadows, bro. We just want to play. We're not gonna get dumped into any drama.
Well, if you get 11-11 and 1070, and let's say the Chaos Land, you guys win, and we already know it might just happen. You guys would be probably the next nation to beat. Like that'd be a super mega fucking merge. I mean, that would
be as good as a merge as it was 910 and 908.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that merger, man. That's an awesome merger, man. Shout out Bryce, Safe, Nab.
Yeah.
A lot of guys over there, man.
Oh, real. I think that was. I personally think that was probably the best merger in the game since the game started.
I think so too. I'd say.
And the pure numbers in ranking proves it.
Mm-hmm.
But you put 1070 and 11-11 together. I mean, I don't know, man. That would be the next nation. I think that they'd give 255 right after that merge a run for their money.
We'll probably still be poking at them, but they're too deep, man. To be honest, they're probably the deepest alliance in the game. So
I know.
I mean, what's the lowest city in that alliance right now? You know what I mean?
Like
Like,
39.
yeah, you see what I'm saying, bro? We still got C34
I
up
know,
there, my
I
boy.
know,
You know what
I,
I mean? Like,
I
come
know,
on, bro.
I know. Honestly, with even 10 and 11 and 11 merge, I don't think anyone's at that level 255 right now. Um, the only way I can see someone being at that level is like if 567 and 621 merge together, or if 425 and 621, or 425 and 567. That will put them at that level because
Well,
you got
since
50
we're asking, why not 425 and 910?
or 425 and 910. I mean,
Then we can face 255.
well, it just that would that would put you guys at their level because 255, I believe they have like what 52 C41s right now or something like that, or somewhere around there.
Yeah, something like that.
They have quite a bit.
Go look.
All right, I would like to see some of these older nations get a merge and see where they sit at that, because right now it's like really not about what city, how many cities are in the nation. It's about how many people you can get actually.
The problem with C39s and above is when they get into a fight, you're only facing T13s
Hey Abigail, you might
all
have
the
to
way through.
hold on. Abigail, you might have to go into your settings, and redo your mic.
Check to see if she's server muted too.
No, she's not.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. Here's 255. This is not 255. This is 229. Shut up. I'm like, wait a minute, that is not them. I thought I had them. Oh man. I see Ray, I see Baxter, he's in 219. He's trying to recruit right now. So even the older nations are trying to recruit still.
254.
255. I'm there. Yeah, so now keep in mind that all the 41s are not in. So I take that back. They got 28 41s, but the 40s. I mean, the 40s, they got the cannons, like 64. So we'll just say they have we'll just say up to like 50. We'll say 50 40s and above. That's fucking insane. That's insane.
Yeah, if those T39s just send frontline, for example, and as usual, they show up like 80 plus 90 people, you're only facing T13s, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, and that, I mean, for all you know, that's what they do. I mean, obviously, if they do that, they're not going to admit it, and I don't blame them. I wouldn't. But that might be what they do. That might be their spot. That's what they do. But yeah, that's insane. That's insane. You can't when you get those kind of numbers like how they have right there. These numbers don't matter anymore. You know what I mean? They don't matter. I mean, those kind of fucking numbers with those troop types is freaking crazy. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely
What's their
crazy.
lowest city level?
Oh, well, in the rankings, probably it's gonna be 38 or 39. We'll go all the way down to 100
What
and
we
see.
looking at right now?
Yeah, 39.
39.
They have 139s, and it probably goes even further.
What nation is this?
T13
255.
255.
Yeah, see, that's ridiculous, bro. Like, that's just crazy. That's wild, man. Shout out to them, though.
Yeah,
For real.
Can you imagine that?
Well
Fucking 139s and above, man. Fuck.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like you I don't know what you need, but you need like a triple merger with some solid nations to take them down right now. But they gonna be holding the crown for a while.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. In all events
You know?
except for I will say this: the polar event 910 they've been fighting them, and 910's been winning.
Yeah, I mean, they're freshly merged.
Very
They're
energetic.
excited again. Spending's back full throttle. So it's like, yeah, you'd expect them to go out there and start, aiming at next and stuff. So shout out to them, man, for real.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I'm not talking shit about 255. Please, and 255, don't think I am, because I'm not. But yeah, that's definitely they 910. They like that. They like that freaking polar. I tell you what, they like that polar. Abigail Sells says the mic is still broken, but my question was if any other chance 1070 and 1111 got merged. If by chance, would 1111 be willing to fight it out in Chaos Land and see who keeps the nation? That I mean, in that kind of case, that would probably be the best bet.
Oh, we're slugging it out, 100%.
They're slugging it out,
Yeah,
but
yeah, we're draining bags on that one.
as long as after the whatever nation's been picked, you guys don't carry that slugfest into the nation, the new nation.
Oh, nah, bro. We don't, bro. That's the thing. Like, I don't know where this whole 1070, 1111 beef thing started. I mean, I think it was just one person that did this, but that started that. But really, it's like, we don't feed into that. We don't, like, you can throw anything at us, bro, to try to make us flip out of our character, and it's not going to work, bro. Like, we just play our game. We don't care about the drama. We don't care about the beef. And we send flowers when due, bro. Like if we take a L, we're messaging them right away. Like, congrats, man, you guys earned that.
Yeah.
There's no, we don't hate nobody, bro. We don't have problems with nobody. Like, fuck that. Yeah, that's not worth it, bro. We joined this. We jump in this game to have fun, bro. That's the main thing for us in 1111, and that's how we're gonna carry it on, man. We just stay locked in. That's it.
So let me ask you.
How it should be.
Let me ask you a question about Elite War. Um, you guys are just
Yeah.
wait. You guys are just waiting for your merger, and then you're gonna start. You're gonna try to climb the ladder, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah.
that's smart. No one
Without a
wants.
doubt, my boy.
No one wants to
Abigail,
be top. No one wants to be at the top,
right.
especially if you're trying to get a merger.
Abigail is saying
I mean,
that
we
1070
have
and
been holding back.
1111.
We held back on each other. You said what?
Abigail was saying that 1070 and 1111 have zero beef.
Maybe it was just
And
that.
when I mentioned it would probably be a good thing for
Yeah,
you guys to have a merger, I wasn't aware of any beef between you guys.
No, there wasn't no beef to begin with. Like, there really wasn't. It takes one bad apple, bro, to kind of ruin what's going on in your nation. And that was really just the guy that would just, I don't know why, but I mean, it's no secret, but he just always talks shit. And it is what it is. That's how some people are. But other than that, like, nobody really fed into it, bro. Like, it never really led into the nation hate. I mean, I'm on the pub server, and I'm always joking with 1070 on there, especially the octopus. I call him Puss, but yeah, that's my guy. But I'm always joking with him, so it's like, so it's like, there's no beef, bro. There's no bad blood. I mean, shit. Like I said, man, you can throw anything at us to try to get us out of our character. It's not gonna work, bro. It's just not gonna work. Let's get a move on and still be
So
cool about it, bro. But there's never no beef. There was no beef.
so Abigail,
Peace.
try going in your settings. Your settings, go to voice, and I don't know if this is the same on the phone, and try to mess with these. Because I know that whenever there's an actual update on Discord, I gotta go into it every single time. Or if not, try leaving and then coming back in and see if that fixes it. Seven 90.
Yeah, it shows her as muted, so
Well, yeah, she had. Yeah, you have your own. You have yourself muted.
now she's not.
Okay, can she talk? She might, you know what? She might have on the push to talk thing on instead of the just talk kind of thing. Doesn't work on.
Says it doesn't work.
Damn. That's it. It's time for a new phone. That's another reason why you should get a PC.
She says, I know how to do it, it's just not working.
She's getting pissed. Just, you know what? Just throw your phone. Throw it. Get a new one, and it will work perfect when you get a new one. Yeah, Discord, it messes up all the time. All the time. Like,
Yeah, I stood off Discord for a while.
yeah, Discord's crazy. Like, sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. I don't know how many times I have to literally freaking change my stuff over. Same with my actual my Streamlabs. I gotta change it over all the time as well. Hold on. Brandon says, Woody, how can someone like me reach out to the top nations like 567 to see if I can actually occur a city? Any advice? So yes. So if people are looking for cities, what you got to do is you got to just make a city there, get it to what is it, C13 or C 15, to talk in nation chat and just be like, hey, I'm looking, or come find a person on Discord and just message them.
Discord's probably easier.
Probably easier and faster, 100%. But just know, when you're looking for a city, that you better have your homework ready. So you better be able to show the city you're currently in, what's going on, why you're leaving. You know, like an interview, because no one's going to just give out a city if if you are the shit talker, or if you are the person trying to cause a civil war, or if you are a person that caused a civil war in a nation, they don't want you. Um, Most nations, they want players that are going to be active, show up every single time, no matter what. They're going to continue to grow the city and not just waste it. That's just that's usually how it goes. I'm not saying that's you, Brandon, at all, but that's Discord would probably be the best place to find it. And especially, you know what? I should probably make a little thing that says city. What should I name it? Like, not city trades, but like, oh man, you could go in the general chat alone, in my group, and just say how I'm looking to switch nations, and you'll probably within 24 hours get like 5 or 6 people fucking saying, hey, come here, come here, come here. But do your research. You don't want to jump out of a Civil War nation just to jump into another Civil War nation. Do your research first before you go.
You have one. It's called City Dash Trades.
Well, that's city trades. I mean, I guess you
Yeah.
can. Yeah. I guess you can do it in there.
That's a really good spot to go
Or,
looking.
or you could call one like Nation Recruitment.
Yeah. You know, I'll do that. I'll make that real,
But there's
real
there,
quick.
there's so many nations putting posters out there and whatnot for recruitment that you
Yeah.
just got to spend a little bit of time on Discord and you'll find all kinds of
Yeah.
top nations looking for players.
Yeah. For instance, you
I
got
mean, my
you got Sky right here. He's advertising, to join 425. Well, you click on him and send him a message. He'll send you to the right person to talk to in 425. So I mean, that makes sense to do it like that.
my experience before I joined 621, I sent messages to Bird, Holbrook, a few others. They gave me, like a low C36 to jump in, kind of meet the teams, and that's how I made my decision to end up in 621. So you reach out to people. Like I said, Discord's probably the most direct, easiest way to get in contact with people.
So then you're absolutely right. So the next question that Brandon has, and this is actually a good question. So it is: do you know if there are any nations that would like an active player that they can gift a city for free that is possible that you're not going to have to pay for? Honestly, if you want like a top city, you're going to pay for it. But if you want like like say a C38 or something like that, as long as you promise, I can't speak for any other nation, but usually they'll have an extra. But if you get promised that when you're done using it, you just hand the keys back to them. A lot of nations are okay with that. Um, but if you want like a C-41 top one, yeah, those don't go for free. Those don't go for free.
It's a bad start to his interview asking for a free city.
Yeah. No, but I mean that's just the way most nations are. Activity is key, but you got to understand that all these nations that are recruiting people, they're scanning the people. They don't want they don't want someone else's garbage coming and bringing garbage into their nation. Not saying that that's you, but I'm just saying in general, they're scanning as well. And I see Bayu posted this. I want to see what this says.
7-Eleven has Lady Fox. 255 has me. Come play with me and I will let you watch my 6 255 Vixens and guns. What more do you need?
Like little advertisement like that right there. I guarantee you someone probably clicked on Bayou and probably sent the message, hey, I want to join. Or right here, 1116, making little things like that. You know, I have noticed that like the older players, they usually stick around the same older areas, if that makes sense. And then like the 1300s will probably stick around if they move to a different nation. You're still going to be around the 1300s. Same with 1200s. They'll probably stick around and stay around the 1200s, 1100s, so on and so forth. But like after their second move, if they do it, that's when they're like, you know what? I come from the 1100 nations. I tried it. I'm going down to like the 400s, the 600s, or the 500s, so on and so forth, where there's real structure. But just know that the spend level, I shouldn't even say spend level, but more the competition level is real down the older nation you get into. 858's looking. You can contact Light showing that. I believe 1070's looking. You can definitely contact Abigail. You know, she'll help you out. But let's talk about how do you know what nation to join? How do you know what nation to join? And there's a good answer for that. What is your best timeline? So if a nation is from across the seas, like a European nation, and we all know what we're talking about, and you're American, is it smart to join that nation? Probably not, because their most active time is going to be when you're sleeping, and then when you're awake, you're pretty much playing by yourself because they're sleeping. So knowing the timeline is also very important.
Yeah, I mean, it's good questions to ask. What time slot do they do all the events? Does that work in for you?
Yeah.
You know, because what's the point of joining a nation if you're joining Iron Blood? That's all day, or GC has 3 time slots. You want to make those weekly events.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's a lot of nations where they're like, hey, Elite War, you need to show up. I'm not saying all of them are like that, but there are a lot of nations out there that say, hey, we have Elite War at this time, this day, you got to be there. If not, you got to find someone to do it for you, because they're very competitive up there, and they want everyone there. Can you imagine joining a nation and just not be able to be there at any of the time? Like, imagine. It sucks for the person that joins, but imagine what the people that just handed you a city are thinking. Like, wow, he's here and he's just not showing up. That I don't know which one's worse. I don't know which one's worse. So, like, what would you like, Mad Max? What would you say your requirements that if someone decided that they were looking for you to join? What would be your requirements in 621, or 621's requirements, or the minimum, not the minimum requirements to enter your nation?
Like 95% Elite War participation. We try to get people for the others, Polar and Wasteland, but we're typically like 30, 40 people at most. So I mean, that's not big. GC, if it ever rolls around, 2 rounds is a must, but it's participation.
Yeah.
You know, we don't want to have to track people down even for the passive events, Triangle War, DoD, set your fleet. We don't want to have to bug you. But I mean, it's really to your own detriment if you're not doing these things. You know, you're not getting the rewards, you're not getting the merit. So, you know, we even still have people now. It's like, why don't you show up? It's doesn't cost you anything to just set a fleet and we can put you in. We try to prioritize our lower guys in the earlier rounds so they get those rewards and some merit. But yeah, it's pretty much just general participation and being able to show up when the alliance needs you for the events we do push.
I think you just nailed the next question he had right on the spot too. So his next question was, would it be realistic that they would give a C-38 or something to a free-to-play player to play though? If they don't spend any money, would I? But would show up in all events. I mean, that's someone that I think that most nations they want people to push their city, but if you show up in activity, they would rather have someone that's active there and show up than someone dropping, a lot of money and just not show up.
I mean, there's two levels of recruitment. You have whale recruitment, who's getting into, you know, the C, maybe some of the better C-39s, the 40s, the 41s. And then you have the participants who show up to everything. They
Yeah.
are pushing, especially Camel has some of the events they've made, you know, you can get like the Titan cubes from that weekly thing now. You know, you can get something. If you're doing your stuff to progress the city through activity, you
Right.
can still be a strong C-37, 38, 39 and help the team.
All right. Hey, talk to you later, Hokage. Get some rest, brother. He said he had to go. So, I mean, that's a good point that you said
Yeah,
right there.
I mean, all teams are not made up of 100% spenders. So there's 621. We have a number of free-to-play players that, you know, are a heart of our team.
No, you're right. You're right. And you know what I've noticed about those free to play players? For say like in Void, they're probably the best people to sniff out fucking bubble drops. Am I not wrong? Like they are like that is their freaking their special powers. Like they can find a freaking bubble drop with it, or find a city within like 20 seconds. To where I'm looking for 20 minutes, can't find anything.
100%.
So like that's a strength right there.
100%.
We had
You know, and they're also out there. They're being the trap cities because you know they have troops that they can hide. Whereas you know a lot of your bigger city whales that you know nobody's going to want to go hit them.
yeah.
100%. I will say it forever that teams are made up of you know your whales that kind of carry the team. You know they do a lot of overspending, so the free to play players can make up for it with activity.
Yeah. I think every nation has free to play players in it. Like every single nation, every single
100%.
alliance, even 255 has free to play players in it. And they not all of them are, that's not their original city. Take that back. That's not their original nation. They figure the more you play and the more educated you get on what nation you're in, of what kind of nation you're in, you come to make a decision to where if it's a farm nation, and trust me, you'll know if it's a farm nation when you go against a really strong nation. At that point, you got to make your decision. Do I really want to do this and spend and waste this time on an unorganized nation, to an egoistic nation that don't want to get their shit together, or do I just want to say fuck it and go to a nation that knows what they're doing? They're organized. They show up. I mean, if it was me, that's a no-brainer. That's why I'm in 567 right now. Everyone shows up. You know what I mean? Like everything's organized. There's no beef. If someone in our alliance decided that it was void and we want the second or third rank alliance to set a trap for us for void, set a trap. They would take the hit for us to make sure they would take a hit, like lose minimum troops for us so we can hit the enemy nation's whale. And that's what it takes. The communication between um, alliances in a nation that makes a proper nation. If you have it to where
And-
it's it's a second rank alliance against the first rank alliance. They don't know what they're doing. We're better than you. Your nation's doomed to fail. Like, you're doomed to fail. You got the wrong R5s in
And
your
that and
nation.
that's what makes a good nation versus just a good top alliance.
Yeah.
Because we do that also for our second alliance, is we'll set a trap to open up, you know, some cities from the other nation, and they'll go in and they'll do counters. So I mean, you know, we're doing it for them as well, and that teamwork makes a good nation versus just, you know, you're the strongest alliance, you're setting all the rules, you're called a dictator, so on and so forth. That your nation is really just one alliance, and potentially why everyone's looking for a
Yeah.
merge, because your second or third alliances are just shit.
Yeah. It's because they think that they're, and that's the thing right there. Second, third alliance right there. You don't. A lot of these nations that are begging for a merger, they don't need them. So if you look in their nations, they're just split up. Like, they got they got, like, let's just say they'll have like 341s. There's 3 big cities, but they're in 3 different alliances. Like, you should never ask for a merger if you haven't even merged your nation yet. Like, because what are you going to do? You're going to, if you haven't merged your nation and you got your shit
I mean,
together. Go ahead.
I mean, some of that could be time zone issues. You know, when you first join the game, you go into whatever nation it is the newest at the time. You start building. Nobody ever wants to leave what they've built. Yada yada. But you know, if you have some strong players in your nation and they're across the world, and you know they don't want to merge because it's you do stuff at times that I will never make a single event. I'd rather play over here where I can play. I might not be in the number one alliance, but at least I get to play. There's, I mean, even in 621, our number two, I think it's there's a fair amount of, I think, American and Asian. So you know they do stuff at a time slot that fits those two. Maybe not so many Europeans, so it works for them. You know, that's where you can still get a little bit of split in even some of the top nations.
Well, I mean, yeah, even 567 has that going on. Like, they're like with the time zone, in a second rank alliance. Like, if it's complete opposite, you know, they know they can't make it. You know, it's an agreement between first and second alliance that maybe this alliance isn't for you. It's not like that. We're not going to burn you over it. And Brennan's asking, does 567 or 661 or 621 boot people regularly, rotate people in and out of the second alliance? So, and that's another thing. That's perfect that you asked that. So your second rank alliance is literally the alliance that the first rank alliance, for say if someone got zeroed out or someone wants to drop out, that is the alliance that you recruit from is your second one. Like, they're preparing themselves for when they do come to the first one. What do the newer nations call that? Those freaking alliances. Fuck, I don't even know what they call them. To me, I call them farms, but
Academy.
academy. Yeah. So, like, your second rank alliance would be your academy for the first one, and the third rank alliance would be the academy for the second ranked one, so on and so forth. So that's usually how it works in a successful nation. Like, it should never be the second alliance feels that they're better than the first, and the first should never feel that they're better than the second. They should just feel that they're working together, because you can only fit 100 people in your alliance. So I mean, like, you can only do so much. Yeah, Kitten says second alliance for life, no whales allowed. That's only because the second rank alliance where you're at probably only has you in there. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. So, do we think GC's coming back yet or not? I know we talked about it a little earlier today, but do we think it's coming back, or do we think it's just going to be
Don't fucking jinx it, Woody.
well,
Don't bring up GC right now. We're waiting for a merger, bro. Come on, man. Talk about.
I mean, I honestly think with the delays, I think they're going to do another round of mergers before GC comes back. Maybe they're making some changes to GC. Who knows? But yeah, with this much of a delay, there's got to be another round of mergers, right?
Yeah, you
Man, that's
think
what we're
so?
hoping for.
Yeah, I would hope so for that too.
I got PTSD right now. Every time I join, I'm like, every time it's reset, I'm like, man, please don't. I don't want to see that GC fucking little icon, bro. I'm waiting
The
for a merge.
matchups are too predictable. They have to do another round of mergers.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
and
it's on a standstill right now.
I think that if they did do mergers and then they just did the once a year GC, I think it'd be less predictable who would win. You know,
I
because
agree.
it would give an opportunity
I mean,
for. Go ahead.
I don't know if they'll do once a year, but maybe, I mean, twice a year as opposed to 4 times a year, 3 times a year.
Well, I
Once a
mean,
year is a long time to wait for an event a lot of people like to go nuts in.
but that's the thing. No one's gone nuts in it, other than the top nations that already knew they were going to win anyways. Everyone's been there. So
I mean, you've had some finals though that people still go nuts in. And there's some finals that are still a good battle.
I mean, yeah, some, one, maybe two. But for the most part, almost every single nation that was the winner, they knew about that they were going to be the winner as soon as the preliminaries started. So, like, with that being said, most nations like we're not gonna we're not gonna join that. It's just it's wasting your bag, versus keeping it the way it was back in the days, to where after every GC there was a merger, the way it used to be. It really mixed things up to where you didn't know who was going to win.
I mean, I also think they should shake up the brackets just in general. Don't necessarily keep it to the same globe or the same, group of nations you play every time. We ran up against 5, 6, 7 in this last one. It was a good finals, very interesting. But like you said, it's the same nations all the time. You see 5-5-5, 6-9-3, 6-2-1, 5-6-7. Typically, those are 4 nations in the final. Like, change up the brackets.
I feel like they should be. They have the equipment to where if they hold on, I'll show you. All these nations in like the 200 nations, we already know that like 255 is going to win right off the bat. So why not put some of these nations that are down there that are just not going to show up because of 255 and throw them in the 425 nation globe?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, do brackets based on, what do you call it? Nation DP or something. Do an analysis, top alliance, second alliance. They have computer systems that can evaluate who would actually make a good 16 team bracket.
Right.
So all these nations that you have that are not spending on GC right now, they don't even show up. You put them in appropriate brackets, and people are actually going to come back and play the event.
I agree.
All
right.
And I mean, you could even call it tiered brackets. Put it, not saying I want to face 255, 567, 785, like all the top Elite War nations all in the same bracket. But you could tier brackets that you're in the top tier, second tier, third tier. If you win, if you're in the 5th tier bracket and you win, you're automatically now slotted into the 4th tier. So you're actually making it way more competitive, that you want to push your team to win, so you can get more fun challenges to get up to the next bracket in the next season.
I agree. I mean, for instance, like, I'll throw it out there, 11-11. No one's really going to show up to that. They already know, and I think everyone in Globe before that, man, after them, know they're 11-11 is going to win. So why not drop 11-11? They're the winner. Move up to the next Globe. Like, make it like a ranking system to where, like, okay, 11-11 won this year, so now they're going to be thrown into the 1070 Globe, and 1070 is going to have deal with that problem. You know what I mean? I think
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even think it should be globe based. It should be someone in Camel needs to do an analysis and do sort of like a ranking system. And I mean, all of the nations out there who win, nobody's pushing for participation in the preliminary rounds, because you all know you're going to win it hands down.
correct.
Imagine
10-7
actually
is
showing
good.
up to prelims, and it's actually a battle. You have to fight for your slot in the semis.
Yeah. I think that if 11-11 went into 1070's bracket and they fought, that would actually be kind of cool because
They are in our bracket.
not compared to this globe right here.
No, well, I mean, no, wait. What are you looking at?
It's not by globe. They break it down by like number of nations. So
Yeah,
it's you could have, if you're in the globe next to you, you could be in the same bracket.
yeah. So they go by 32 nations. So every from nation whatever one all the way up, you count 32, they're in one bracket. The next 32, they're in the next bracket, so on and so forth. So when there are mergers, for say if someone in the older nation gets merged, that's why you see someone dropped out of your bracket because well now there's a spot open or two spots open to the next bracket. And I mean honestly, I don't think that's fair for the people having to jump into a much tougher bracket. You know what I mean? That's hard on them. Like for instance, 7-Eleven, they dropped into our bracket, the 5-6-7 bracket. They're probably not going to see a win for a very long time because you dropped into mega whale fucking nation. You know what I mean? It's it's hard to eat that.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I mean, again, I'm just saying. I think they need to do do away with that whole bracket system because you have nations that emerge in these brackets that are just killers, and they are the winners. Like you said, before preliminaries even start, they need more balanced brackets, so you're actually getting people to show, and not even just like I said for the top tier nations throughout the whole game. You know, you have these nations who kind of suck. Match them against other nations who kind of suck.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. Literally, it's been the same winners for the past 4 seasons in a row. Like the same exact winners over
I
and
mean,
over
that
again.
honestly, that could be the single thing that saves GC as an event is you actually have better matchups for who you're fighting against in your 32 team bracket.
Yeah. A lot of people don't even know that this even exists. This this screen to show the brackets. They have no clue. They're
No,
like,
but if you look at the chart, I mean, this is probably outdated, but if you look at the chart right now, 1070 is in our bracket.
because of merger.
Yeah, because of all the mergers.
Yeah.
You know how obviously one number stays, the other one.
So
It's
then
like,
you, so then that would be the OP battle right there would be 1070 versus 11-11.
yeah, that's gonna be if GC comes back around there in our bracket for sure.
Yeah.
So that'll be a good one.
I,
That'll
wo-
be a good one.
I wonder if so that would be honestly that would be the only real competition nation right there would be your guys' bracket because everyone else is still going to be the same.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you trying to put down 621 here?
Okay, okay, never mind. But it's still, I mean, technically, it's still the same people. It's still the same people.
Right, that's what
But
I'm saying. Our final, most likely, again, will be 555, 693, 621, 567.
yeah, yeah, that's gay. No offense. It's like happy. Yeah, that's why not like
I
five six
mean,
seven go against 425 in like a GC. I think that even Lee God himself would be like, oh man, this is gonna be awesome. You know, because I remember Lee God saying, yeah, we've won 4 times in a row. It's kind of boring. He hopes that someone can drop down in his bracket and make it fun for them again.
right, and who wants to sit here and hope that mergers, which don't happen very often, change your bracket enough to get somebody like because who's closest to him that would even happen? What's his bracket? What's the range of his bracket?
Hold on. We'll go back into it. Ranking. Damn it. Man, this whole lag the game's been doing is crazy. So
You're too far.
I'm
To
assuming,
528.
yeah, right around there.
So I mean, in theory, 567, 255 would be like some of the closer nations to possibly for him to get to.
Yeah, but it would see if they change the system, then yeah, that'd be awesome. But if they don't change the system, I mean, there's still gonna have to be a lot of nations in the older nations to get emerged for that to even happen.
Right. So he's not going to get much of a competition change waiting for his bracket to change based on mergers.
Yeah, so
It would, like you said, it would take a lot of mergers between, I think it said 528 and 567 or 350 something to 255 for him to get new blood into his bracket.
yeah,
I,
yeah.
my personal opinion, the way Camel saves GC and makes it exciting and different is to change the whole bracket system.
I think the whole
I mean, like
bracket
you've said,
system, the bracket system worked back in the days, but it's not back in the days anymore. It's the game has changed 100% to where it used to be to where it is now. It has changed. So like they have to keep when they make a change into the game, such as with all these officers and mergers, they have to actually like they have to realize that they have to adjust their bracket system. Like even right here, Princess of Z, which is one of the VIPs, representatives, says that they haven't even heard anything about GC yet. So like don't even know if it's coming back or anything.
yeah, I mean, I know you have the stat averaging in battles. That's a component in group battles for like kill event and GC. But I'm sure even some of the newer nations in the thousands, 1200, so on, like they're tired of always facing the same kill event and GC opponents as well. It's all the same thing. You go into these events, you know who's going to win
It's true.
99% of the time.
You do. It's you're at 100% right. 99% you know you're gonna win. And the only thing that you can do is if you still want to do it is team up with another nation. And I hate to say that, but you team up with another nation to see if you can take out the top guy. But I mean, as a company, the revenue still won't be there. Not the way it used to be unless they do something about it. And if they want to
Right.
the revenue to pick up, um, they have to do something about it. They have to change the I don't know, maybe throw that old program they have out, that does the ranking and go into a different game, grab their fucking program and fucking implement it into their own game for ranking. I hate to make it sound
I
like
mean, I
that, but
agree with that. I don't think it would be that hard even for them to develop, how to do better matchmaking. We're sitting here having a conversation. We kind of know, top nations, top 20, 30, who's about the same level of each other, just because we know each other. So you could develop a system that does more analytics on better matchmaking for everything: GC, Polar, Wasteland. And I think Camel thinks that if they match top nations with medium with low, that all the top nations are just spending to kill. You Polar, you get a couple of top nations together, they fight each other. But if how much do you think the spending for that Polar that was what 910, 858? That not that big one,
yeah,
255. That was probably the biggest spend they've seen in a single event in a long time.
fuck, there is. I think that had to been a huge spend, huge.
Right.
If
So now imagine you have that in GC, 32 nations that are somewhat evenly matched, all your preliminaries, all your semis, all your finals across the board. You're not just talking the top 10 nations in the game. You're now evenly matching all your middle nations
Yep.
that they're going to start spending because they actually have a chance. They would have a huge spike in revenue if they did better matching.
I
game
agree.
wide.
I agree. You want to know what I think is going on? Why they're not doing it? It's because I think that the person that does it is lazy as fuck. and I think they're just lazy.
Well, then the CEO is doing them a huge disservice.
Oh, I mean, yeah. And I know Campbell don't like me talking about like that kind of shit, but you know what? I don't care. Not anymore. Not
Yep.
anymore. But yeah, that's
I mean, I've put stuff to my VIP, and I get the generic. We'll put this to the dev team. Thank you for your input. We always love to hear feedback from people, and nothing ever comes of it. So
so. Here's the thing: when it comes to the VIP/development team, they never. They might send it in an email, but the development team don't give a fuck. So
yep,
if you've noticed some of the new stuff that came into the game, like little things, they've all came from like past podcasts that we've talked about, but it will take a year for them to develop it. And it won't be exactly what we're saying. It'll be like similar to it, but they'll ruin it somehow. You know what I mean? Like
hmm
they'll somehow ruin it. They'll get it close, but they'll leave the major point that we really want. They'll leave that out.
yeah,
Like that the Wastelands. They could have made Wastelands could have been literally the best event in the game if they literally had it to where the teams, let's say 3 alliances were on the same team and playing in the same screen, same time, same freaking chat versus 3 other different alliances. That could have been the best event in the entire game. Like imagine 621 567, and like we'll just throw it out there, like 785, all on the same team, same like the same screen, same server, fighting against 3 other big nations. That would be like, oh
yeah.
my god, that would be like the Super Bowl. Like that could have been the main event, but they're just not
Who
doing
would
it.
who would call the plays, Bo or Chitty or Holbrook?
Well, I mean,
All of them.
I think the first match, if they did that, it would be like, who would do this, and like who's doing it, and but I think eventually, you guys would figure out like the day before that who's leading it to plan, because I mean, Discord, the communities, we know everyone in almost every nation now, like at least every talked about nation. Or but yeah, that was like when they first came out in Wasteland, the way it looked like, that's the way it sounded, and we were all fucking hyped about it. And then we got then when it started, we were just disappointed. So disappointed.
It sounded like it was going to be like 8v8, and it would be like a range of these really strong alliances down to like some okay alliances, so you'd have a balance,
Yeah,
and that's just not what it was.
no, it's not. It's just another freaking elite war that the freaking monster versus the fucking weak, and like the weak people, and you just can't win it right away. So the
Which
idea,
again, I mean, you change the matchups and you make it too evenly. I mean, we faced 255, and they put it to us, but it was a much better battle than just I don't even know who we face half the time. And like you said, we get across the board, we're holding the 3, and you freaking quit the event, because who's going to sit there and watch nothingness happen?
not me, not
But you
me.
do better matchups for every event all around, you're going to get those nations who aren't spending on like anything but maybe whatever their priority event is. They're going to start spending across the board. You
Can
probably also have people who are less nation jumping too.
Yeah, I mean that's true. And another thing, even those free to play players, you put an event such like that, they might throw $5 in it, and if you get $5 from every player, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of fucking money. Imagine
Yeah.
like, we'll just throw like 200 people times that by 5. Right there, just by doing, making an event, those free to play players, and I know the free to play players would put $5 in it, just for it because they're excited. And I know $5 won't get you anything. That's not even, a speed. But it's still the fact of the matter is they got them to spend money, and I think Camel also needs to focus on is some of these older. It older nations. Like, and what I mean by that is this: if I was a company owner, and I think that Mental actually explained this properly to me, if I was a company owner, why would I want to just only focus on new nations? Like, if I was a CEO and I found out that my developers were only focused, or the marketing team was only focused on new nation for a source of revenue, and they're forgetting about the older nations, the original nations, stuff like that, I'd fire them. I'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing? You have to include the entire game, not just focus on new nations. Like the if the older players quit, okay, you know what happens then? Now that's revenues being lost. Like they, I feel that they're doing stuff backwards right now, and I know I'm gonna get an email. I know I'm gonna get a freaking message after this from Camel. I know I am, but you know what? It's they
I mean,
need they need to hear it. They need to hear it.
you have to really hope that as a company they have a finance team who's evaluating what nation's spending what players are spending what. That I mean, you look at mental, tip, cheaty, cap. I mean, a number of players. The list can go on and on that are 1,000 nations and under. I mean, even with their cities as high as they are, how much they are still spending to keep up with things that are coming out.
Well,
It's got to be a huge portion of their income versus the one or two whales per nation in the newer nations.
well, I mean that's exactly what you're doing. They're doing. You can put you can put what they're doing in Chat GTP. Okay, like all these drops, and Chat GTP will straight up tell you that they are focusing on the main whales, and they're going to drop everything as soon as the main whales max it out. They're going to drop more, so it's a consistent amount of income. But what happens when that main whale decides, you know what, you've gone too far? You've gone too far. You reached too deep, and then you got that main whale just now gone. Now what happens? Now their source of monthly income that they relied on. Not saying Camel in general. I'm saying games like this that do this. They're gone. Like, what are you gonna do? Are you going to fire your YouTuber, end his contract?
I mean,
Because
that's a portion of what happened with 621. You had Maverick and Yorzy and Big Bird and Jackal, a number of. It was a factor of all the things that they were dropping, plus not having new enticing events into the game, keeping the game spicy and interesting to keep
yeah.
them wanting to stay and play. So you lost that income.
Well, as a company, yeah, as a company, what they have one job. One job is to keep the players spending. That is their job, to keep their playing spending. Actually, not one job, but that's their actual. That should be their goal. So you have to think about how do you make the people happy and keep them spending. And number one thing is just listen to your fucking players. Listen to them. Have a ha, reach out to one of the players. Don't reach out to me because I won't anymore. But reach out to one of the players and ask them, "Hey, what can we do to fix this?" They know there's a problem. They can say there's not a problem, everything's going good. They can lie to your fucking face. But you know what? They know that there's a problem. They're not stupid. They understand what's going on. They understand that greed took over. Um, so talk to your players. That if they did that and
Yeah.
shit could be fixed instantly. And this game could be so freaking
Yeah, I mean,
active
there's a
again.
number of things that would be, maybe semi-complex coding fixes, but with the whole team should not be that difficult for them to do. That could really revamp the game and get people reinterested. But I got to bounce, so I will see you next week.
Yep, I'll see you next week. And actually, we are actually 2 hours in. So, do we have any more topics that we want to talk about that people want to say before we end this? Let me check the chat. I know we went off on what Camel should do, but I say that because I feel that they should be doing it. They should be paying attention to their players. So other games such as Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, those are mobile games. They actually reach out to their players and they get ideas, and those games are still going 20 fucking years later, just as strong. Um, just as strong. And I don't, I'm not saying to join that game, guys. I'm not saying to join those games at all. This is the kind of game that we like. Everyone has their type of game that they like. Like we like to burn cities. But as a message to Camel, you need to fix your shit, or there's going to be other games that they're just like this game that the players will go to. Like if they're willing to work with it. I really hope Camel fixes their shit. I really do, because I enjoy the game here. I enjoy the community a lot. I really do. But we need some new content without having to drop $5,000 to get it. Is what I think. Fix if you want to keep GC in there, then fix it. But if you don't want if you guys are cutting GC, tell us we're fucking cutting it. Don't fucking leave us like a carrot and a horse, chasing a horse chasing the carrot. Don't do that. Just tell us you're fucking knocking it out. Bring that old ancient fucking ancient fucking Wasteland thing. Bring that back in. Well, don't just cut it off because fucking players like Ronaldo said, "Nah, I don't want to play this," or free to play. Let everyone else test it out. For all you know, that could have been your fucking your new big thing. That could have been a new big thing. Change so the whole fucking frenzy thing, you get zeroed out, you have no more troops. Well, you know what? Let them have the troops back afterwards. Because no one's fighting in frenzy now. You're losing revenue from that. They've ruined it with the head of state. But anyways, I think that's about all we have. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. It's been a good 2 hours.